Good morning students. Today in this video I will explain you the effect of electrolyte concentration and temperature on the electrode potential. As already explained, the electrode potential of the electrode is said to be standard electrode potential if it is measured in standard condition. That is, the concentration is 1 molar and the temperature is 298 Kelvin. But if the electrolyte concentration is different and also the temperature is different from 298 Kelvin, the electrode potential have the different value. And this value can be obtained by using Nernst equation. We will study Nernst equation, how to use it to calculate electrode potential and EMF of cell. For this we have to write the reaction as reduction reaction. For any reaction we want to use it for the Nernst equation, we have to write it as reduction equation first. So for this equation, the Nernst equation can be written as this: electrode potential E is equal to E naught minus RT upon NF ln M molar concentration of M upon Mn plus. That is, the species on the right hand side is above and the species in the left hand side of the equation is below. Okay, this is the Nernst equation for the electrode potential. Now for pure solid and liquid and gases, for pure solid liquid gases, molar concentration is taken as unity. So putting 1 here, we have this. Again, to convert ln to log base 10, we can put 2.303 log in place of ln. Okay. Now the equation becomes this. If we put the values of the constant, that is R, gas constant and Faraday's constant, and if the temperature is taken at the standard value, that is 298 Kelvin, the Nernst equation becomes this. That is, E is equal to E naught minus 0.0591 upon N log 1 upon molar concentration of Mn plus. That is the oxidized form of the species. Okay. N is the number of electrons involved in the redox change. Suppose you want to calculate the EMF of cell, that is the E cell of the reaction. For example, consider this reaction of the Daniell cell where zinc is getting oxidized and copper is reduced. That is, zinc is anode and copper electrode is cathode. Writing both the equation in the reduced form, we have to write like this. That is, for zinc 2 plus electrode, we have to write the reduction reaction, and applying Nernst equation we have E for zinc is equal to E naught minus RT 2F. Since 2 electrons are involved, ln upon 1 upon molar concentration of Zn 2 plus ion. Similarly, for copper electrode, which is already a reduction reaction, we can write E copper 2 plus 2 copper E naught for this electrode minus RT upon 2F ln 1 upon molar concentration of copper 2 plus ion. Now since E cell is the difference between E cathode minus E anode, we can put the E cathode, that is this copper electrode, minus E anode, that is the zinc electrode, EMF for the zinc electrode. So writing this, we have this minus this. Rearranging this equation, we will get E naught for copper minus E naught for zinc, that is the standard, and this will give E naught cell, whereas rearranging this will give ln copper 2 plus ln 1 upon copper 2 plus minus 1 upon molar concentration of Zn2 plus ion. Since it is the difference, we can write ln 2f Zn2 plus upon Cu2 plus, and using T equal to 298 Kelvin, this equation becomes this. This is the Nernst equation for EMF of cell. For any general reaction, for example, small a plus B, where n electron is transferred or a change of n electron occurs in this reaction, giving rise to product XX plus YY, we can write E cell of the reaction as E naught cell minus RT upon NF, where n is the number of mole of electrons changed during the reaction, ln the right hand side, species involved in the right hand side raised to the power to their stoichiometric coefficient upon species involved in the left hand side of the reaction raised to the power of their stoichiometric coefficient. Okay, this is similar to as you write equilibrium constants in your equilibrium reaction. Okay, this you have to remember, this equation you have to remember. Okay, if T is the 298 Kelvin, again putting the values of R, T and F, we have 0.059 upon N, and log of course this upon this. This is the general equation for writing the EMF of cell. Now let us see how can we relate Nernst equation, or how can we get equilibrium constant from Nernst equation. For the general reaction, this, the Daniell cell. Daniell cell where zinc electrode is dipped, zinc electrode is formed by dipping zinc rod in ZnSO4, and copper electrode is formed by dipping copper rod in copper sulfate solution. Okay, as explained earlier, electron flows from zinc to copper in the external circuit. Okay, and inside the zinc from zinc rod passes to solution, and copper from the solution is getting deposited to the copper rod. In the inner circuit, sulfate ion from copper sulfate solution flows to zinc sulfate solution, flows to zinc electrode to form zinc sulfate. Okay, through the salt bridge. As a result, what happens? The concentration of copper sulfate solution decreases where ZnSO4 solution increases. Since the electrode potential depends upon the concentration of solution. See, electrode potential is always involving the concentration of solution. It keeps on changing with the passage of time. Ultimately, a stage will come when the concentration of when the electrode potential of the two half cell will become equal, and there will be no flow of current. That is, the current stops flowing. At this stage, graphically we can represent this as reduction half cell reaction keep on decreasing, whereas oxidation half cell reaction keep on increasing, and at equilibrium point E becomes 0, that the current flowing of current stops. Okay, so when EMF of the cell is 0, our reaction is in equilibrium. For this equilibrium equation, we can write Kc as molar concentration of species at right hand side upon molar concentration of the species in the left hand side. Both the molar concentrations are the product of the species. Okay. Now the molar concentration of copper and zinc is equal to unity as they are solid. They are pure solid, so it is taken as unity. And Kc will be equal to Zn molar concentration of Zn2 plus upon molar concentration of copper 2 plus aqueous. Now putting the value of the equilibrium concentration or equilibrium condition in the Nernst equation, we have E equal to 0, since EMF has become 0, no current is flowing. E naught cell minus RT upon NF ln Zn2 plus upon copper 2 plus aqueous concentration. Okay, this is equal to Kc of the reaction, that is E naught cell is equal to RT upon NF ln Kc. Okay, now putting the value of changing ln to log base 10, we have RT upon NF 2.303 log Kc. This is the equilibrium relation between E naught cell and Kc of the equilibrium reaction. Again, putting the values of the constant, we have E naught cell equal to 0.0591 upon N log Kc. This is the value only at 298 Kelvin. Okay, now let us see what is the relation between delta G naught, that is the Gibbs free energy, and E naught cell. Now when a cell reaction takes place, electrical energy is produced. Okay, now electrical work thus done by the system as the result in, and this result in corresponding decrease in the free energy. Since this is the spontaneous reaction, this the energy of the system decreases and the work is done by the system, that is electrical work done is equal to decrease in free energy. Now the electrical work done is equal to electrical energy produced. How work is done? The production of electrical energy, and which is equal to quantity of electricity flowing into EMF. Now N mole for 1 mole of electron transferred in the cell reaction, quantity of electricity is 1 Faraday. I repeat again, for 1 mole of electrons passed in the or transferred in the reaction, the quantity of electricity is equal to 1 Faraday, that is 96500 Coulomb. If N mole is transferred, then the quantity of electricity flowing will be equal to N into F, that is the electrical work done is equal to NFE cell. Okay, which is equal to decrease in free energy. That means decrease in free energy is equal to NFE cell. Okay, at standard condition, minus delta G naught is equal to NFE naught cell. Okay, now putting the value of E naught cell is equal to, see here, ln RT upon NF ln Kc. Putting this value here, we get delta G naught is equal to minus NF RT upon NF ln Kc. NF and NF cancel out and we have delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln Kc. Changing ln to log base 10, we get delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc. Okay, this is the relation between delta G naught and free energy and E naught cell. Okay, you can also find equilibrium constant from the value of delta G naught. Now you have to remember all this equation and solve problem based on these equation. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.